What did we learn from Stanley Milgram's obedience experiment? Stanley Milgram's obedience experiment is one of the most influential studies in the field of social psychology. The study was motivated by the atrocities committed during World War II, and the overarching question that guided Milgram's research was how ordinary regular individuals could commit heinous crimes when instructed to do so. Milgram designed an experiment where participants, who believed they were part of a study on memory and learning, were asked to deliver electric shocks to a learner each time they made an error. The intensity of shocks supposedly increased with each mistake, though in reality, no shocks were administered. An experimenter, dressed in a lab coat, encouraged the participants to continue delivering shocks, even when the learner displayed signs of pain. 1. High obedience levels. A large percentage of participants, 65%, obeyed the instructions till the end, delivering the maximum level of shocks even when they expressed discomfort or distress about doing so. 2. Influence of authority. The presence and insistence of an authoritative figure significantly influenced the participants' actions, illustrating the power of authority and obedience. 3. Situational factors. The experiment demonstrated that situational factors often outweighed personal characteristics in dictating behavior, contradicting the popular belief that inherent personality traits drove actions. Influences and implications. Influences on psychological theory. Social influence. The study contributed significantly to understanding the extent and mechanisms of social influence. It highlighted how authority could exert significant control over individuals' behavior. Situational versus dispositional factors. Milgram's experiment provided evidence favoring the situational perspective over the dispositional perspective in explaining human behavior. Ethical implications. Questioning ethical standards. The ethicality of Milgram's experiment has been heavily scrutinized due to the psychological distress it inflicted on participants. It eventually led to the development of stricter ethical guidelines in research involving human subjects. Informed consent. Milgram's study highlighted the importance of informed consent and debriefing in psychological studies, contributing to the betterment of research ethics. Milgram's experiment has had an indelible impact on our understanding of human behavior, particularly concerning obedience to authority. Its findings underscore the influence of external factors on human actions, which continues to be a critical area of study in modern social psychology. Simultaneously, its ethical controversy has shaped the conduct and ethical norms of psychological research, emphasizing the need for informed consent, participant welfare, and effective debriefing. Role assignment. The participants were always assigned the role of the teacher, and the learner was a confederate working with Milgram. This setup allowed for precise control over the learner's responses. Verbal prods. The experimenter used a series of verbal prods to urge the participant to continue the experiment when they showed hesitation, underlining the potency of authority influence. Conflict and distress. Despite obeying the instructions, many participants exhibited signs of extreme distress, highlighting the psychological conflict between personal ethics and authority instructions. Justification and responsibility. Participants often justified their actions by shifting responsibility to the authority figure, illuminating an essential mechanism through which atrocities may be rationalized. Impact on subsequent research. Replications and variations. Milgram's study has been replicated and varied numerous times worldwide, exploring factors such as the influence of group behavior, proximity of authority, and legitimacy of the institution on obedience. Cross-cultural studies. The experiment has also been carried out in different cultural contexts to investigate the universality of its findings, broadening our understanding of obedience and authority across cultures. Contemporary applications. Understanding compliance. Milgram's study provides valuable insight into why people may comply with harmful instructions in various settings, including workplaces, educational institutions, and military organizations. Legal implications. The study's findings have been cited in legal cases to explain why individuals may follow unethical or illegal orders, impacting how responsibility is assessed in such scenarios. Policy design. Insights from Milgram's study are used in designing policies and training programs that emphasize ethical decision-making and resistance to unethical authority. The implications of Stanley Milgram's 1961 obedience study extend far beyond academia, affecting law, policy, and society. By illuminating the extraordinary power of authority and situational factors, the study offers critical insights that help us understand, and potentially prevent, instances of blind obedience to harmful commands. However, the ethical debates surrounding the study serve as a sobering reminder of the potential harms of psychological research, emphasizing the need for careful ethical consideration and participant protection in all studies. Please like and subscribe.